Imagine a young man standing in the middle of a dusty Missouri farm, his hands rough from chores, his heart restless with dreams bigger than the horizon around him. He is not yet the world-famous Dale Carnegie. He is simply Dale, a boy who feels ordinary and even a little lost. He looks at the fields and wonders if life will ever be more than sweat and soil. He longs for something greater, but the truth is, he is failing at almost everything he tries. He is awkward in conversation, he is nervous in front of people, and he feels invisible in a world that rewards confidence and charm. Now, picture the scene shifting to a small classroom. Dale is trying to speak in front of his peers. His voice cracks, his palms sweat, and the words stumble out like broken stones. He sees the faces of his classmates and feels their judgment. He sits down, ashamed, convinced that he will never master the art of speaking. He thinks to himself, maybe I am not meant for greatness. Maybe I am destined to remain unnoticed. But here is where the suspense begins, because Dale Carnegie did not stop at failure. He used failure as fuel. He began to study human nature. He asked himself, why do people listen to some voices and ignore others? Why do certain individuals walk into a room and instantly command respect, while others fade into the background? He realized that success was not about being born with talent. It was about learning the psychology of human connection. He started small. He practiced speaking in front of mirrors. He spoke to farm animals. He spoke to empty chairs. He spoke until his voice grew stronger and his confidence began to flicker like a flame. He discovered that when he focused on others rather than himself, his fear diminished. He realized that people are not interested in your perfection. They are interested in your sincerity. One evening, Dale tried something different. He told a story instead of delivering a stiff speech. He spoke about a neighbor who had lost his horse and the humor of watching the man chase it through muddy fields. The laughter, they leaned in, they connected, and Dale felt a spark. He understood that storytelling was the bridge between hearts, that laughter was the shortest distance between two people. This was the beginning of his transformation. He began to teach others how to speak, how to persuade, how to win friends. He rented small halls in New York City and invited ordinary workers, clerks, and salesmen to join his classes. He promised them not perfection, but progress. He told them, you can speak with confidence if you stop worrying about yourself and start caring about your audience. Imagine the suspense of those early nights, the room filled with nervous men and women trembling as they stood to speak. Dale encouraged them with warmth. He said, tell us about your life. Tell us about your struggles. Tell us about the time you failed and what you learned. And suddenly, the room came alive. People shared stories of missed trains, lost jobs, broken dreams, and unexpected triumphs. They laughed together. They cried together. They discovered that vulnerability was not weakness, but power. Dale Carnegie was becoming more than a teacher. He was becoming a coach of human psychology. He taught that people crave appreciation more than criticism. He showed that a smile could disarm hostility. He explained that remembering a person's name was like giving them a crown. He turned simple acts into profound lessons. Think of a salesman who once attended his class. This man was failing miserably. He could not close deals. He felt rejected every day. Dale asked him to stop selling and start listening. He told him, ask your customer about their life. Ask them what matters to them. Show genuine interest. The salesman tried it. He walked into a store and instead of pitching, he asked the owner about his children. The owner's eyes lit up. He spoke with pride. The salesman listened sincerely. And when the conversation ended, the owner said, you know, I like you. I will buy from you. That man's career changed forever. This is the essence of Dale Carnegie's rise. He was not born a success. He built success brick by brick, through failure, through practice, through psychology. He discovered that the secret to influence is not domination, but rapport, not arrogance, but likability, not speeches filled with grand words, but stories filled with human truth.
The story continues with Dale Carnegie standing in front of a packed hall in New York City. The lights are dim, the air is electric, and hundreds of people wait to hear him speak. He begins not with a lecture, but with a question. He asks, "How many of you have ever felt nervous speaking in front of others?" Hands shoot up across the room. He smiles and says, "Good, then you are human, and because you are human, you can learn to overcome it." This moment captures the essence of his teaching. He did not preach from a pedestal. He walked among his students. He spoke with them, not at them. He made them feel seen and valued. He understood that the deepest desire of every person is to feel important. He told stories that were cinematic in their simplicity. He spoke of Abraham Lincoln, who once wrote angry letters but never sent them, choosing instead to calm his emotions. He spoke of Theodore Roosevelt, who remembered the names of stable boys and servants, making them feel like kings. He showed that greatness was not about power, but about empathy. One evening, a young woman in his class stood trembling. She said, "I cannot speak. I am too shy." Dale walked to her side and whispered, "Tell us about something you love." She hesitated, then spoke about her dog. She described its playful bark, its loyalty, its joy. The audience leaned in. They smiled. They laughed with her. She forgot her fear. She spoke with passion. Dale turned to the class and said, "Do you see? She was not shy when she spoke about what she loved. Speak from your heart, and you will never be afraid again." This was his genius. He transformed ordinary people into extraordinary communicators by unlocking their natural humanity. He taught that persuasion is not manipulation, but genuine interest. He explained that when you make someone feel important, they will trust you. When you listen with sincerity, they will open their hearts. He gave practical tips that remain timeless. He said, "Smile often, because a smile is a messenger of goodwill." He said, "Use a person's name because it is the sweetest sound to them." He said, "Admit your mistakes quickly because humility builds trust." He said, "Encourage others to talk about themselves because people love to share their stories." Imagine a businessman who once attended his course. He was harsh with his employees. He barked orders. He demanded results, but morale was low. Dale told him, "Try appreciation instead of criticism." The man resisted, but finally tried it. He walked into his office and said to his secretary, "I appreciate how hard you work." She was stunned. She smiled. The atmosphere changed. He began to praise his workers sincerely, and productivity soared. That man later said, "Dale Carnegie saved my business." The suspense of Dale's journey lies in the fact that he was never supposed to succeed. He was a farm boy with no money, no connections, no natural charisma. Yet he became the most famous success coach in the world because he understood the psychology of human connection. He proved that anyone can rise if they learn to care about others. His book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, became a phenomenon. It was not filled with complex theories. It was filled with simple truths delivered in stories. It taught that people are motivated not by logic alone, but by emotion. It showed that likability is more powerful than authority. It revealed that rapport is the foundation of influence. Think of a young reader who picked up the book in despair. He was lonely. He felt ignored. He read Dale's words, smile genuinely, listen sincerely, give honest appreciation. He tried it. He smiled at a coworker. He asked about their weekend. He praised their effort. The coworker responded warmly. Suddenly, he was not invisible anymore. He was liked. He was respected. His life began to change. This is the power of Dale Carnegie. He turned psychology into practice. He turned failure into triumph. He turned ordinary lives into extraordinary stories.
Now imagine the climax. Dale Carnegie stands on the grand stage of success. His courses are taught worldwide. His book sells millions. His name is synonymous with influence. Yet he never forgets the farm boy who once failed. He reminds his students that failure is not the end, but the beginning. He says, every failure carries with it the seed of an equal or greater success. He tells the story of a man who lost his job and felt hopeless. The man attended Dale's class. Dale told him, stop thinking about your loss. Start thinking about how you can serve others. The man began volunteering. He helped neighbors. He listened to strangers. He built connections, and soon opportunities appeared. He found a new career, stronger than before. Dale Carnegie's lessons are cinematic because they reveal the drama of human psychology. He shows that the suspense of life is not in avoiding failure, but in rising after it. He teaches that rapport is built not through clever words, but through genuine care. He explains that likability is not a trick, but a way of living. He offers actionable tips that anyone can use today. If you want to win friends, show interest in others more than yourself. If you want to influence people, tell stories that touch their emotions. If you want to be remembered, use names and give appreciation. If you want to build rapport, listen more than you speak. If you want to be liked, smile sincerely and admit your mistakes. Picture a young entrepreneur struggling to attract clients. He reads Dale's advice. He stops pitching products and starts asking questions. He listens to his clients' dreams. He praises their ideas. He makes them feel important. Suddenly, his business grows because people trust him. They like him. They want to work with him. This is the legacy of Dale Carnegie. He turned failure into fuel. He turned psychology into practice. He turned ordinary people into extraordinary communicators. He proved that success is not about wealth or status, but about human connection. As the video closes, imagine Dale Carnegie's voice echoing through time. He says, "You can make more friends in 2 months by becoming interested in other people than you can in 2 years by trying to get other people interested in you." That is the secret. That is the suspense. That is the cinematic truth of his life. So when you feel like a failure, remember Dale Carnegie. Remember the farm boy who stumbled and rose. Remember the man who taught the world that likability, rapport, and sincerity are the keys to success. And remember that you too can rise from failure to triumph if you care more about others than yourself.